Hello there, Vic Benedict here. We're playing Gears of War 2, and this is my insane difficulty guide and walkthrough. We're currently on Act 2-3. It is entitled Disturbing Revelations. So, this chapter actually starts you off with a sniper rifle, and that's rare because you normally never get started off with a long shot. Notice I just ran past another long shot right there, too. So, this is the Cantus. Now, anytime there's a Cantus around, he's going to spawn tickers, but I think I got a... it seemed like I got a perfect headshot on him or something, because when it goes to the Y prompt, that means that the first Cantus has been killed, and then down below you'll see two doors open in the middle, and then tickers and retchers will come down, accompanied by a second Cantus. But my teammates pretty much killed the second Cantus for me. The enemies on the left and right platforms do not have to be killed. You can kill them if you want to, but they're not required for you to kill them to have the fight completed. And yeah, I wish I could have shown you more about that second Cantus, but they took care of him for me. So, you know, when things like that happen, you just have to kind of run with them. And then the only other part of this chapter is a fork in the road. The Gorgon Pistol 2, I'm going to pass that up. I don't care for it. I'll use it eventually just to use it, but for right now, I just don't care for that weapon as opposed to the snub. But yeah, the fork in the road. I would say that the right choice, RT, right trigger, is the harder path. So we'll do that one second, but first, the left path. So what this is going to be is you're going to be going into a room over here and shooting down the fruit globes for your teammates so that they can cause the rockworm to progress and have that for movable cover. I'm going to plant a grenade right there because I know that's the spawn point of the wretches. Now, if you're wondering why can't they shoot those globes that we're shooting now, it's because they're out of their reach. I thought the same thing. Why don't they just fucking shoot them? But yeah, those globes cannot be hit down there. Now, I plant a grenade right there. It might seem kind of odd since the spawn of the wretches on another part is beyond the handle over here. So I'm going to come back here and I'll show you where they spawn. They jump out of thin air right over here. Watch them. Up and to the left. See them? They jump out over there. Now, why didn't I place a grenade over there? Well, the main thing is these enemies seem to congregate at that second place where I put a frag tag, and then I also will just shoot them as much as I can from back here. But what they also do, the first spawn of them, or rather I should say the second, is see to the left those crates that got pushed out of the way. Well, those were together, and then they get pushed apart when the wretches come out of that spawning area. And if you don't want to use frag grenades on that, don't, because there's not any coming up that I know of. But over here, this is a situation where you've got a guy at pretty close range to you with the turret. You can kill him if you want to. If, like me, you're a little impatient and you want to get the job done, you can try to kill him at your own risk. However, your teammates will eventually go over there and try to kill him, and they will successfully kill him. But no, they go up the ladder here. See, to get up to him, you have to go up to a ladder, and ordinarily, if you do that when you're doing it, he'll jump off the turret and come after you with guns roaring. So when I show you the next scenario, I'll show you a different way of handling that rather than just running up the ladders into what could be almost just certain death. Another good headshot. I usually don't get headshots like that where the enemy just dies right away. Those Cantuses. Because those Cantuses are, like I said, the spawners of tickers, and they will spawn 2 tickers each time. And the bad thing, too, is that also note the position of that turret. Because I just shot the guy behind it who was manning it. But eventually your teammates will come down and they'll kill that guy for you if you want. And then when all the enemies are dead, you'll have this happening where you get a boomer and some other enemies coming out, a couple of grenadiers. But the thing about the Cantuses and the tickers is that I don't think there's a signposting of the tickers, like when they're coming. Perhaps it's when he might shout, and that's a signpost. That's an audio signpost. But as far as a visual signpost, I don't know if there is one. Although when he screams, his mouth changes, so I guess that could be a visual signpost. But sometimes it just seems like those tickers just spawn out of nowhere with no, provocation by him at all. Also realize that when you kill the last enemy down here, you're going to go to a bleed out screen quickly, and you need to make sure that you have everything you want before you kill the last enemy. And then we're going to take the right path here. So the right path. Now we're down below, and we have to have our teammates shoot the fruit for us. But you can run past this all the way if you want to, and take on the snipers. Just run all the way down, turn left, and go into their little chamber, and you can shoot them. But beware, they know that you do that, and they'll jump off the turret and come after you. And they could be a little bitchy, and they will try to kill you with hammer bursts. So I'm just going with the literal scenario here, so you can have a feeling of what this is. If this guy doesn't go on the turret, you want to just mantle over the worm, and then mantle back over it. And he'll come on there. He's already spawned. He's just taking his time to come over here, and then go for a headshot over here. That bit about how we were under suppressive fire a few moments ago. Well, now the teammate is going to be under suppressive fire, but it's not exactly easy. It's easy to get up to where the sniper is, but it's difficult to then survive after you've gotten up there. So what I would recommend is to, from this position down here, throw a frag grenade up at him. But it isn't the easiest thing in the world to kill him, let alone aim this properly and get it up to him. You want a short arc that will just get right over the lip of the sandbags. See, this one should have been good, but I didn't realize that it was telling me that there was a possibility that the grenade could miss by going down and missing. But I think I get him on this try. So just make sure that it's a sharp arc and just throw it up there. If you don't want to do that, you can run up there. If you have a Lancer or a boom shot, you could probably kill him. Just be careful you don't kill yourself with the boom. But it's just tricky because he has all the advantage when he comes up here, and as soon as you go up the ladder, he knows that you're coming, and he's going to be ready for you, and he could kill you quickly. But you could kill him quickly too with the Lancer or something else. So come over here, take him out. That's the last turret guy for this area. And then I'm usually pretty poor at getting one-hit kill shots on these Cantuses. I'm usually someone who needs to hit him like 4 times. My aiming is just not the best either, and I'm not blaming the game at all. I think it's not the game. The game is perfectly fine. I think it could use a little bit of tweaking as far as the sensitivity, because all it is low, medium, and high. I think if there were gradations in between, it might help people out a little bit more, because it's just 3 settings. But if you jump on the turret, you have a opportunity to mow down enemies that are close by you. Just be careful though, because since they're close by you, they could kill you easily too. I take out the boomer and then I run back up here because the chances of me getting killed by gunfire is pretty high down there. And just be mindful again of the fact that once these enemies are dead, it's going to be a bleed out screen. The chapter is going to be over, and you're going to be stuck with whatever you have. Anyway, so that is Disturbing Revelations 2-3. I will see you in the 4th chapter of Act 2. And until then, please take care.